Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Elden Ring, where last time we delved into the Frenzied Flame portion of Liurnia. It was a handful, but also a lot of fun. Getting to be driven mad all over the place. Checked out the Frenzied Flame village, had to deal with this Frenzy Flaming Tower, and I did do some additional exploration off camera to kind of wrap up the area. I picked up my souls, first of all, after dying embarrassingly at the hands of a frenzy plant. And then I checked the rest of the area down here, and there really wasn't much to find. There were a couple Arteria leaves. I've got some markers here that I put on the map, so we'll go ahead and take these off. Just wanted to put those here so I remembered to talk about them. And also this area down here is actually not explorable. This is all water or something that it's just, there's really nothing to it. And I think I'm starting to figure out that those are just parts of the map that you are not meant to explore. And perhaps that will be the case over, well, some of these areas you can explore though. I'm still deciphering exactly what textures mean what, but some of these I think are pretty clearly supposed to be places that you cannot explore or cannot reach. So I think we have fleshed out this area. I kind of stopped at this point here, and I remember there being a Radagon soldier up on the ruins here. So we may begin here in a little bit and continue our exploration to try to finish out the Bellum Highway and the surrounding areas near the Bellum Church and whatnot. We have a little bit of housekeeping, as we always do. Let me go ahead and quickly check my list. Oh, I remember one of the mysteries of the last episode was this converted fringe tower. And I haven't really figured anything out other than the idea that I had while editing my footage was, well, it's, they said erudition may light the way, or may erudition or knowledge light the way. And I think I had made a joke about Gideon. I think I had made a joke about our all-knowing buddy. We should tell him about all the books that are here. I mean, what if Gideon does have a clue for us? Because that's about the only thing I can think to try at this point. So why don't we talk to him just in case?
You. What is it?
Okay, I thought that was a long shot for him to have dialogue specifically about this spot on the map. The other idea I was thinking, what if there was a gesture that we needed to use? But I looked through the gestures and I couldn't really find anything that looked like knowledge. I guess nod in thought, maybe? Not really. I don't think there's any. It doesn't really make sense that a gesture would be something that would, I don't know, make something happen. But I really don't have any ideas yet on the converted fringe tower, so we'll continue to mull that one over. What we will do, we will also check the new crafting item that we got last time really quickly, the clarifying boluses, which we cannot craft yet. We need to get to the Eternal City, Dukist Urba. It's been a while. I'll have to review my notes. I don't remember exactly where the Eternal City is supposed to be. I feel pretty confident that I know where the capital is supposed to be. If we can make it beyond the Grand Lift, that should take us to the Erd Tree and the capital. But I don't know about the Eternal City. I'll have to look over the information that we have on that again at some point. But this clarifying boluses we do have to alleviate madness buildup eventually, once we make it to the Eternal City. Alleviates madness buildup. Madness accumulates slowly, inflicting heavy damage and reducing FP once the threshold is reached. I don't think I had noticed that it reduced our FP as well. I was definitely noticing a big burst in our health. Our health was taking a hit. And that's really what you focus on. Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? So even in editing my footage, I don't think I noticed that FP was going down. Take one of these in timely fashion to avoid such an event. Okay, so we have our what was the item in Bloodborne? Not antidotes, but the oh god, I can see the item. I can see the item artwork, but I am what was it called? Granny would give us the drugs and it would alleviate the frenzy. Either way, I don't remember that connection to Bloodborne at the moment. It'll come to me eventually, maybe. What we are going to do is we're going to level up. I did already pop some of my runes and sell a bit of crafting materials to get us to within reach of the next level, but not item crafting. I need to go to sort this by item type as I check for this new Golden Rune 7. This is the new level of rune that we picked up last time, and I wanted to make sure that we got the flavor text as well. Got to be thorough on these things. Checking all the text, checking all the lore, little bits of, you know, the parts of the game that are enjoyable as well as the fighting and all the other fun stuff. Those born at the foot of the Erd Tree are blessed. At least, that is the enduring belief of the people of the plateau. The people of the plateau. I don't know if this is supposed to be specifically the... It's probably not the plateau that we were just on, the Frenzied Flame portion of the map. It's probably the plateau that's, you know, the Grand Lift goes up to a much higher elevation, and maybe that is the plateau that we're trying to reach. The capital is on its own plateau. That's my guess, but either way, we're popping these runes, and we are leveling up. And I think we're just going to go ahead and pop another point into Vigor, because, my god... This is the other bit of housekeeping that I guess we'll do this as well now, is increase the amount replenished by our flasks. Because that gets us to +5, correct? Not anywhere close to being able to fully get a maximum restoration from that kind of from that level of flask, but we're gonna keep moving in that direction. We're probably still a ways away from whatever soft cap there is for Vigor. We're still getting about 25 points in our HP each time. So let's do it. Give me that health. Probably are a little bit under-leveled in that department, but who knows. I still want to get to 27 Faith, because there's a lot of fun stuff at 27 Faith. And even higher now, we've got some different spells that... we've still got that big Fireball spell that we got from the... Who was it? The Thief? The person who stole from the Flame God. All kinds of stuff to try. I have added the Frenzied Burst to our spells, and we're going to try doing... We're going to try living a little bit of the Cyclops roleplay. Anything else that I want to do here at the Hold? I think we're about ready to head out into the field. I will just make note of the fact... okay. That is a good thing that I just checked my notes for. What we're going to do then... I had been searching with some of the nomadic merchants. I had been checking in with some of them, and there are some items that I had either missed, or it's possible that they might add inventory, because I did find a couple cookbooks that either I had missed or I had just didn't have the runes to purchase at the time. So we'll be rounding those up later as we have some souls to spend. But I also checked in with Merchant Kale and noticed that he had some new dialogue. Kale had something to say, and hopefully you still have that.
It's you again. Always a pleasure. Care to purchase anything?
He has a little interaction here about the howling in the Mistwood with the... What was the guy's name? Blade, the half-wolf? So he knows something about this, apparently. What you got for me?
The howl of a wolf. In the Mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
He gives us a new gesture, finger snap, and says that we should use it when we hear the howl. I was kind of wondering exactly how we were going to interact with the half-wolf. I was assuming that there would be some parkour that we could do to get up to him, but maybe we interact with this finger snap. Okay. I don't think Kale has anything that we haven't... obviously, there's some armor and that the collectionist, the completionist collector in me will want to purchase at some point, but that is not a priority. Okay.
Goodbye for now.
That's a really cool way to start an interaction with an NPC using a gesture. I'm not sure how. That's kind of a, you just snap of the fingers. Hey, buddy, I want to talk. Give me your attention. That's one way to do it. We're going to get back to the half-wolf eventually. Because we are going to be focusing on finishing up the remainder of Liurnia. Don't know exactly how long that's going to take. If that is something that we get done today, then we need to figure out where else we're going to go. I will mention that I did remember, I had sort of forgotten about, but I did remember the other day as I was looking through the map off camera, this Lakeside Crystal Cave, which we banked, and I had sort of in my mind put it as, you know, this thing that we're going to come back to when we finally reveal the map for the rest of Liurnia. Maybe we'll do that, but we don't have to. We could work it into the mix at some point here. We could also... What else? We still have the mystery. I guess I should put a marker here. We still have the mystery with this this other mausoleum. What do we mark this? What do we mark this as? We'll mark the mausoleum as like actually a building. Maybe there's no way for that mausoleum to be brought low like the others. Don't know. But it feels like maybe there should be a way. We know, though, as far as... well, we know there's another mausoleum down here somewhere. So that's something we could do. I think we might, in general, start to focus on the Weeping Peninsula. Where... Let me just check quickly here and see where do we get the checkpoints? Mistwood Outskirts. Okay, interesting. Mistwood Outskirts is actually listed directly under Liurnia, as well as, not Liurnia, Limgrave. These are actually directly tied to Limgrave. This might be where we want to go then. Kale gives us a hint about, or gives us dialogue related to the half-wolf. So maybe this area is much more directly tied to the beginning of the game than I had initially given it credit for. Of course, this is where we found our... The game immediately tells us... Was it Kale who sold us the note about the Flask of Wondrous Physic? Okay. I'm starting to get a sense of the direction that I want to head next. But we still have some business to take care of. In Liurnia, I want to stay organized as much as possible and try to wrap up here in the northern end of Liurnia. But that's, I just hadn't noticed before. I think I was actually looking for those warp points that are in the Mistwood. I was trying to find where are those stored, because I thought that they would be in their own, like, I don't know, their own section of, you know how they have the Liurnia of the Lakes, Stormvale Castle. I was just guessing that it was going to be under its own section. But no, it's part of Limgrave. Okay, something to look forward to. Let's get back to finishing up here. Finishing up here in... I want to quickly check my flask. I think it's lightning and stamina, which is probably okay. Although, I might... Oh, no. It's at actually crimson and stamina. Let's leave that for now. Let's just give ourselves a little bit more sustainability as we head back down to... We're going to head to right here. And we're going to head around and see what's up with this guy. That is where we will begin our adventure today. And try to get back in the swing of things. It's been a few days since I've gotten to play. And I have been looking forward to getting back out into the lands between. Finding new stuff. Finding... yes, the loot corpses. I was like, what is there an NPC out here? No, it's the loot corpse that I have cleared out now. But I've been anxious to get back to the game. Been anxious to get back and probably get my butt whooped. Because it feels like Elden Ring always finds a way, usually finds a way, to kick your butt. At least for some of the episode. Alright. So we've got the encampment down below. And I hear a scarab. But I think we killed this scarab before. That's just a cerulean scarab. They, that sound comes from quite a distance. We have the ability to summon here, which I'm guessing is just because we are close to the encampment. Is this actually just going right down to the encampment? Can I not get up to... This actually does not connect here, does it? Unless I have some very skillful torrent parkour. Oh, it's so close. It is so close. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And an arterial leaf. Cool. Cool. Okay. All right. We're getting things started here with some pro-level horseback riding. Jump puzzles. Jump puzzling. We were high up, weren't we? We were really high up before when we were checking out Vike, the Frenzied Flame. Oh, I don't have my lantern on. Not that I need it. I will need it eventually, probably. Wanted to take a look, though, at this guy again. It's just the one guy hanging out by himself. There is, he's got some help up there. Hopefully, they're not going to be too much of a handful. I think we have to go up the ruin, though. Unless... Well, we'll see. We'll see here. Let's just check and make sure there's nothing... No other loot hiding around here. Anything crazy? The early flowers are kind of just as common as the Roa fruit, aren't they? I see bats. Let's get our Frenzied Burst here and see how that does against you. Nice. It does pretty well. It is more expensive than the lightning bolt. So against the bats, to save on FP, we might stick with our lightning bolts here, because we don't quite need the overkill provided by the Frenzied Burst, but that's good to know that that's also a very effective... Seems to be on par with the Lightning Spear in terms of potency. And I'm sure there will be some enemies against which it is even more effective. Now, I'm kind of veering into the forest here, which is not quite where I wanted to go just yet. We do need to explore the forest, but first I wanted to get up here. And I think we should be able to climb up here pretty easily. And then we'll be just jumping into battle with this guy, I guess. We're gonna take out the help first. This guy threw on his magic sword, which is cool. Magic weapon. All right. Once the distractions are out of the way here, we can see how you deal with the frenzy. Now, the thing, I don't know exactly... Well, I mean, it's going to work the same way that it would against us, right? That was not good aim. I was thinking, how is the frenzy going to work against... Okay, he closed the distance much more quickly than I thought. Let's get our Flask of Wondrous Physic here. And then this guy, bait out an attack. Cool. I don't know if he's resistant to this, but it does seem to kind of go through his guard, which is pretty nice. Let's see how the lightning spears do again. No, it's actually, the frenzy burst is actually much better. You are just beefy. You are a beefy dude. But the frenzy is, the frenzy burst though is going to get the job done pronto. And interesting, he did not drop anything. I was kind of thinking he would maybe drop. I've become accustomed to these knights dropping incantations or prayer books and things like that, but not in this case. Just a handful of runes. Okay, cool. Let's check out their camp over here. See if there is some loot. A slumbering egg. 2 slumbering eggs. Wow, they had to dispatch a knight and everything to make sure that pair of slumbering eggs was not going anywhere. Okay. So I think we can take this off the map now. Take off that marker. Remove. Thank you. What else we got up here? Did I already explore up here? No, but also there's nothing to find. The all-important Erdleaf flower. Man, looking at the background. Rhea Lucaria, the gate, and whatever is off in the distance. And this time of day, the sunset, it's just beautiful. Love this game. All right, more dudes down here. I forgot how we had. Need to switch to my. Oh, interesting. Your lightning spear can get interrupted. Look at this sheep trying to thinking it can just roll on through. I also keep forgetting that I can just stop. I can just stop Torrent on demand and finish up the attacks against my target. Were you the one rolling through? Get over here. Just a bleed for good measure. There's not really too much more. Well, I better not say that. I was going to say there's not too much more to explore along this Bellum Highway portion of things. But who knows? Who knows what we might get into? So far, as of now, we're pacing ourselves, getting into the swing of Elden Ring once again. There is a knight on horseback. We'll deal with you eventually here. I kind of want to keep trying this this frenzied burst. Seems fun. And I have full flasks, so we're good to go. And now we are back to where the finger reader crone and Bach are hanging out. And of course our bell-ringing mausoleum friend. Was there anything over in the corner here? Our headless fringe folk? Is that what they are? What do we do about you? I mean, there's another set of doors on this thing. There's got to be a way. to open the bell ringing mausoleum. What is the secret? Transitioning to nighttime. Which reminds me that at some point I will probably want to do a little bit of backtracking here in Liurnia. Check some places that we have not been at night. See if we can find any find any death birds. That'll be for another day. All right, I feel pretty good about... Well, let's check the map again here. Let's check the map. We've got this ruin here. And then where was that knight? Okay, I see him over here. Maybe we should get him out of the way. We'll actually apply this first. Oh, wait a second. This is actually a knight's cavalry, isn't it? This is not a normal knight. This is one of the knight's cavalry, I think. And he is on us. How do you like the frenzy? How do you like the frenzy? I missed. Knight's cavalry. Number 2. Okay. So there are a number of you guys. Frenzy is, I didn't charge that one. Gotta remember how to fight you. Ooh, okay. Did we actually drive him mad? Or did we just upset the horse somehow? I do love that our spells seem to have a an interrupt. The lightning is actually pretty effective. So he can... I need to find a spot to drink. There we go. It's a little awkward fighting in the forest like this, because it seems like there's going to be trees and terrain. But it feels like he's having trouble as well. You can take advantage of this, actually. Because his horse is having a little trouble pathing itself. I got greedy. Might be better to go off horseback. No, that was supposed to be a roll. Fuck. Tried to go for an unsheath. And now I'm gonna be out of fucking juice. Alright. Okay. It has been a long time since we fought a knight's cavalry. And, maybe I should have stayed on horseback. I start getting a little nervous. Being in an area that's so wooded. We could have taken the fight out here a little bit, but then there's the cliff. Riding horseback near a cliff is also a little panic-inducing. So we have a knight's cavalry. A fun surprise? Are we still at nighttime? We are at morning. Let's, I guess, quickly pick up our souls. And then we will switch it back to night. And we'll also think about switching our flask distribution. I think I might go 6-2. Oh! There is a knight that normally patrols here. But does he transform into the Knight's Cavalry? That's kind of a cool touch. Oh, I'm thinking back to the first Knight's Cavalry, and maybe that's what was happening in that instance as well. I don't know exactly, but wasn't there a barbarian that was patrolling? A barbarian that was patrolling on that bridge where we fought the Knight's Cavalry the first time? So at night, the horseman gets inhabited by this spirit? I don't know. I don't know if that's what's going on. But we're going to pass the time to nightfall. And then do I have to... I think I need to warp here, don't I? Wait, there's a talk to Melina. What? Hold on a second. This is something I might need to be... I might need to go through and rest at each of the... Because we had an option to talk to her at the Grand Lift. I might not be resting at some of these that have the Guidance of Grace. Maybe that's what we should do. Because I think she's showing up at the ones that have the Guidance of Grace. And I may not actually just be resting at each one of these and getting all of her dialogue. Okay, we'll do that in a bit. The first thing, though... ooh, I wonder if the holy water pot would be effective against this guy. I wonder. I want to switch my flasks, though, to 6-2. Man, I think maybe 7-1 is actually smart. Well, I do want to be using spells. And I think our lightning spears are going to be the way to go. So we're going to switch over to... It seemed like lightning was more effective against him. Question mark? But I do want to try the holy pods as well. So let's... And we might stay on horseback. Might be smarter to stay on horseback. Probably puts us at a little bit too much of a disadvantage. Trying to fight on foot. But let's try a holy water pot and see. God damn it. Come on, I'm not close enough. I'm not close enough. No, Torn took the hit there. Okay. Nice. I think it is a good idea, though, for us to stay around this ruins here, because the pathing is awkward for him. It's not always awkward, but at least it's awkward some of the time. It doesn't always stun him. I forgot I was going to do my Flask of Wonders physic. That was weird. He dragged the, dragged his weapon on the ground. Don't know if I'd seen that move before. I'm getting potentially a little greedy with my my lightning casts here. Apparently, we're close enough to a spot where we can summon. But I don't think I need to. I don't think we need to use that. Oh, I thought I was getting hit. I'm being tentative here. I'm being tentative because I'm trying to remember when is the right time for us to... No, what the hell? The rest of the... Oh my god. I attracted the other enemies. Let's see if we can leash them. I keep missing. No! Oh, he disappeared. Because I got him out of his area. That was unintentional. Range on the lightning spear sometimes. There we go. That was actually the horse that I hit, wasn't it? Shit. I'm out of magic. Okay. No. Oh, fucking the stupid wall. Stupid fucking wall. Oh my god. Okay, we need to switch to our sword. This is where I almost feel like going off horseback, because fighting with the sword, I don't know, it just feels... At the same time, we can kind of abuse. Where was my roll? Fuck. Need stamina. Shit. Do we get him? I think I actually kind of lost track. I lost track of how close he was to dying. I had the horse's HP is what I was kind of thinking of. I was like, I still got a ways to go. We got him. Out of my game, nerd. Ash of War. Giant Hunt. Okay, and we also got a Knight Rider Glaive. Can I wield it? Probably not. But it looks sick as hell. Cannot wield it. But we're not that... No, we are that far away. Strength needs 26. Although, two-handing is a thing. So maybe we could wield this. Not quite. I get strength up to 24 if I two-hand. So we're still a little ways off. Although, we have a Flask of Wondrous Physic that temporarily boosts our strength, and we have fucking Rune Arcs that boost our strength. There's a lot of potential ways to boost our strength. Let's read. I'm going to equip this as well. But I also want to read. A jet black glaive with a blade as weighty as a bludgeon. Weapon of the Knights Cavalry who ride funeral steeds. This glaive excels at weighty slash attacks that crash into foes, making it a powerful weapon even on horseback. Yup, I know about that one. We know about being on the receiving end of this guy. So that's our second Knights Cavalry. Cool. I had initially thought that these guys were connected to the Knight of the Black Knives, but now I'm not so sure. I thought I had seen a similarity in the story trailer between the horses that were being ridden there. Maybe there still is some link. But I'm wondering now if this is just one of these enemies that's just part of the open world exploration, and they're throwing it in there because they want you to be able to re-explore areas at night. We were just talking about that earlier, weren't we? What timing? Holy shit. Totally Totally scripted. Blind playthrough. Kappa. I want to try the moveset here. I want to try it. Let's see what this is like. It looks, it fights like a halberd. It's a halberd. Except it has more of like spinning slash attacks. Can we do the, yeah, there's the spinning slash. And then we can, what was the, wasn't there a follow-up at the end here to do, what was this supposed to be? Slash foes as your body spins. Additional input allows for a follow-up attack. Oh, like this? Oh, yeah, there we go. That's what I was hoping for. Yeah, baby. And then on horseback, can we do... I'd love it if we could do his, you know, his cool jump. Well, not quite. We don't really get special jump attacks, do we? With Torrent? We're just kind of jumping and attacking. I hadn't really thought about playing around with the moveset of attacks on horseback. Okay. We're sitting at the... We need to rest, because I need my regular flasks back. And we need to get our Uchigatana back. And we also need to check that Ash of War. So let's do that as well. Ash of War. Ash of War. Let's sort by order of acquisition. Is this the one we got? Giant Hunt? I think so. Usable on large and colossal weapons capable of thrusting, spears, and twins blades. Grants an armament the quality affinity and Giant Hunt. Skill developed for confronting gigantic foes. Step forward from a low stance, carrying the momentum into a sudden upward thrust. Usable on large and colossal weapons capable of thrusting, spears, and twin blades. So does it give you extra reach against the big boys? Curious how that would play out. So many Ashes of War to try. There's so many aspects to this game that I feel like we have not even come close to delving into. We'll get there eventually. We got a fair bit of souls out of that. We still have the option to talk to Melina. Okay. Let's talk. I already am feeling... we went from like, oh, we're just checking out these, you know, parts of the area here. There's just some encampments. They didn't even drop anything important. Everything's going very, you know, pretty nonchalant start to the episode. And then all of a sudden, wham, Knights Cavalry. Talk to Melina. New gear, new Ashes of War. Elden Ring can go from 0 to 100 so quickly. We're not really at 100. I'm having a little bit of a slow start to my day, perhaps. And so, getting revved up to Elden Ring speed can sometimes take a little bit. But we got there with the Knights Cavalry. That felt pretty good. Melina, help me out. Can you clarify things a little bit more for me? In some way?
Your seamster, Bok. He is always eager to see your return. Please, will you talk to him? When you can. I'm sure he would be much contented.
Okay. You're looking out for our buddy Bok. I mean, he's a cool guy. I just wish he could be a little bit more utility in the garments department, since that is what he is billing himself as a seamster. So okay. Just talk to Bok. Bok needs a hug. Cool. Thanks, Melina. Let's I guess do that then. We've been admonished not to ignore our poor seamster over here.
Bok the seamster, at your service, master.
Uh-huh.
Ready to make adjustments to your garments.
Yeah, I have plenty of garments. Oh, we did add a new garment that apparently can be altered. The Finger Maiden robe. I see. Okay. So what did it do? We need to compare details. So it is, so it's making it lighter. And at the same time, making it worse in every possible way. Is that what we did? I guess that's what we did with this, It's really just, it's as simple as we're gonna keep the same stat distribution or ratios in terms of we're not gonna reduce, well, yeah, the same ratios of damage negation and resistance that you have. We're just, I'm guessing, we can probably do the quick math here to see how much they're being reduced by. But if we're reducing the weight from 5.1 to 4.1, that's like a 20% reduction. And are we doing a similar thing with each of the... It looks like it's not quite a 20% reduction for most of these. It's not... Yeah, the numbers are being reduced in some way that is probably commensurate with the weight. And that's really as simple as it's as simple as that. I'm confused as to why it's not available on more items. Why are you not giving me the ability to do this on like all of my chest pieces and all of my headgear and like let me min-max across the board. Let me figure out what my perfect weight distribution is going to be or what my perfect equip load can be given the armor set that I want to have. Instead, they're giving me just like these 3 options, which, you know, I actually have worn the common or simple garb. And maybe I would wear the Finger Maiden robe at some point. It does provide a little bit more in terms of the elemental resistances. But yeah, I don't know. I don't get the whole altar garment stuff just yet.
Going so soon? Please do be safe on your journeys.
Okay, so let's continue then exploring this forest area. And then we can, maybe we'll continue exploring down this way. But I also do want to be checking these, go back and check some of these sites of grace to see if we missed some dialogue with Melina. Let's do a little bit of item crafting here. Get our holy pots refilled. And let's also redo our flasks. Go back to the 4-4. Yeah, there we go. And we'll go back to this guy. That feels like an okay default for just normal exploration. And then we can customize as needed against particular mini bosses. All right, let's we've been through this area a bit before, but we always try to give the additional thorough treatment, and we also try to dispatch with some birds on occasion because we need to be getting those 4-toed foul feet. But let's also continue to work with this frenzied burst. Did I not see? Here's the knight. I was like, I knew I saw you down here somewhere. Ow. That really does take a long time to charge. So you got to be really careful. Even if you're not charging it. We are out of magic. Bait out an attack here. Okay. What was that aim? See if we can bait out the phalanx as well as the other attack that he's doing here. Well, we really got too close there. And we'll finish off with a lightning bolt. As soon as we bait out an attack. No. Maybe we'll finish off with the sword. Or we'll be the ones finished off. If we're not careful. Regular lightning bolt. There we go. There we go. All right. This time we are going to, we're going to spare the horsey. Although I did kind of want to get a closer look at its armor. If it'll let us. It's got the horn headpiece. Really just want to take a look, buddy. I just want to take a look. Cool armor set. He knows what we did. He knows what he did to it. What we did to his cousin. He's like, I'm out of here. Get the hell away from me. All right. What else is there to find? Oh, there's another knight over here. Let's see about, and I think, wasn't there one other? There's a knight hanging out with these guys. Oh, and there's a source. I think I see a sorcerer up on the ruins. We need to get you out of the way, though, so you don't... Oh, we have the ability to summon. Okay, let's do that. Let us take advantage of that. We will drink, because we're almost certain to get a refill on our flasks. So let's bring the imp ashes in. And we'll focus on... Well, we should be taking out the sorcerer first. So he's not taking pot shots at us. See how the range is on this burst. Ooh, oh, there was some splash damage there too. That was nice. Yeah, you guys, imps can do the tanking. Imps can do all the tanking. That's not how you switch between weapons. I gotta remember how switching between the sword and the talisman works. All right. A very brief period that the imps were around. But good enough. 3 sanctuary stones for our trouble. And I think we're close to clearing out all of the... I think that's the Bellum Church over there. And it is difficult to... It's definitely tough to see at night. Mr. Captain Obvious says. But it is tough to see exactly what we've got that we're dealing with here in the little wooded area. But I do like the range on this this frenzied blast. It is pretty nice. Let's do... Well, I might have got greedy here. Worked out. Worked out. Let's bait out the phalanx. Oh, we got only one of the phalanx. Going with the non-charge version here. And then... some holy pots. We'll drink. Just, I keep trying to get maximum use out of my flasks. Did we get him? I think we got him. All right. And another horsey set free from the scourge of the Radagon soldiers. Okay. So, yeah, that I think... Let's look on the other side of the ruins here, but I think we are pretty much... We have pretty much dealt with everything, have we not? Maybe not. Maybe there's a little more in here to look at. Maybe. Question mark. Some beast bones to glean at the very least, or not. They didn't feel like dropping the beast bones. We'll use some lightning bolts on these guys. Lightning spears for the win. And there's a flask refill. Yo, I forgot about the goddamn trebuchets. Holy shit. Get me the fuck out of here. I was intentionally trying to position myself to make sure that the statue was in the way. Close call. Give me some crystal bud to soothe my troubles. So here's the Bellum Church, and that may indeed do it, because now I think we fully explored. We've got the Greatsword Memorial there. I don't know. There might be one or two more pieces of loot around here somewhere that we haven't found yet, but I think we're good. So let's, we've got a few runes to, oh, there is a guy over here. So this is, I guess this is the path that kind of starts leading downward. We did kind of run through here before, didn't we? Maybe while we are, let's keep clearing the enemies out before we, what's another guy on a horse? Okay, that's fine. We're all right. We're all right dealing with the guys on horses, I think. Famous last words. Cool. That really does not build up the madness very much on us. I don't know how much it's building up the madness on the knights. There we go. And the phalanx goes away. The phalanx goes away when the knight is dispatched. Excellent. Okay, so cleaning up the Radagon knights over here. No big deal. I think down here, this is the guy, the Radagon soldier that we saw just scouting out before, paying no attention to us. And here was the arterial leaf that I just ran by before. Now, one theory that I had was that maybe this was the location of the painting. Hold on. Let's get away from the edge so I don't accidentally run off. And let's look again at... Is it this guy? There is... It looks like there is a graveyard in this portrait or painting, but I don't think there's actually a graveyard here, which made me think overkill. It made me think that maybe the actual spot that we need to be is farther off in the distance. That the perspective might be over here somewhere. Oh, it is actually giving us... We've revealed enough of the map where it does clue us in to where the map is for this spot. That is interesting. If we drop a beacon here, what does that look like? We just need to make our way across this marshy, swampy area. And then who knows what's over there. But it feels like somewhere off on that other side is going to be the place that we need to stand. I think that's the perspective. This is close. This is not completely off the mark. But we're just not quite far enough away. Ah, I see it now. It shows the Lucaria gate. The East Lucaria gate is there in the frame as well, and you can see that it's quite far away. So we're definitely not in the right spot. Okay, that's fine. Let's remove this marker then. Get that out of here. It's a little annoying that you have to go to the actual marker. Or I guess, oh, what you could do is you could change it and then remove it. That's a way. Okay. That's how you quickly do that. So that you don't actually have to go to the actual marker that you've got on the screen. Good to know. Don't think we went on top of this ruin yet. Can we get up there? A lot of these you're not actually able to climb on. Oh, I bonked. Oh, there we go. There we go. And nothing to find. And then I think we went under here with the bats before. Okay, I feel like I'm really like lagging today. Like my brain is a little bit in catching up to Elden Ring still. So, but I think we have now actually scoured this area with this lower path still kind of, we kind of ran through this once before on our way to this checkpoint down here. So that's, maybe let's do that once again. Let's rest here at the Bellum Church because I'm going to take this beacon off of here, but I am out of flasks once again. So we do need a little bit of a, did I miss you? I missed one. I missed more than one. Okay, so there's still enemies here that I have not cleaned up. Just when I think I've fully explored. God damn it. How the hell did you all? I swear I just went through here. Okay, let's find our way to, where's the Bellum Church? It is this way. Get me to a rest spot. I need it. For the sake of my sanity. And then I think what we will do is we will quickly check in at some of these. So we don't have any dialogue from Melina here. We've already gotten the dialogue at the Grand Lift. I wonder if we need to rest here at the southern Raya Lucaria gate. Just seeing if there's anything different around before resting. No talk to Melina there. Where else might we check? We can just... I'm checking at the places that have the Guidance of Grace. I feel like that is where she shows up. I can't remember if she's showed up at any of the spots. Any spots that don't have the guidance. I don't know if that is a thing. So we're going to check a couple of these. I'm not going to go through every single one just at the moment. But I want to make sure that I haven't overlooked. Okay. We're here at this merchant. And I think I had gone off camera. I was like, I think I mentioned this before, that I was going to several of the merchants.
Not everyone can...
And there was a cookbook here that either I missed or I just decided to pass on for the moment. And I don't know why I did that. Let's check it out. Oh, I think I know why. It's because I want to say I looked at this and I saw Crystal Dart, Spellproof Dried Liver, and Shatter Shard Arrow, and I thought, oh, it's sorcery stuff. The Spellproof Dried Liver, though, does give us potentially an option to guard ourselves against magic. So let's buy this. This is Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 11. Let's spend the runes to pick that up. There is also this astrologer gear, which I think does have it does have quite a bit of focus, I think. This might even be a better focus set compared to the Sage's outfit that we were using last time. So that is an option to pick up later, but we'll pass for now. Let's check the new crafting items. So now we have Spellproof Dried Liver, temporarily boost magic damage negation. You have to... The limiting factor here is glintstone fireflies. But we have picked up a few of these out here in the Liurnia Lake before. So that's a place that we can farm those. Cool. And then the description looks very like everything else. Just like the fireproof dried liver. What are the other things that we've added? Crystal Dart, which we have picked up a few of these, deals magic damage, and I think scales with... Interestingly, does scale with both strength and dex in addition to intelligence. And there should have been one more thing that it added to our... Was it a type of arrow? Wasn't it a type of arrow? Was it this Shatter Shard? Arrow whittled from animal bones tipped with a shard of crystal creates a resonating noise at the point of impact. I wonder if that is useful for creating a distraction in some way. Getting some enemies to head over to or group up at a particular location. What do you need to... cracked crystal, which we now know we can pick up quite a bit in the crystal tunnel that we did a couple episodes ago. The Rea Lucaria tunnel. And you need beast bones. Okay. All right. Adding some stuff to our crafting repertoire. There was one other merchant. Let me check my notes here. Ah, the one by the Bellum Church has another cookbook, as well as some other interesting things. So we will check in with that guy here momentarily, but I do just want to go back to, let's check. I feel like we would have sat at this lake-facing cliffs. I think we did rest here once before, but let's just be thorough. Want to make sure we're keeping up with Melina. So I'm not going to check any of the places in Limgrave other than... Well, now I know that some of these places count. We did... Okay, so this is one where there is no guidance. There's no ray of grace. But we did talk to Melina here. So I don't know. I may need to go through a thorough search of these places. I'm going to go to a couple more here in the Weeping Peninsula. See what we find. No. All right, we'll do one more. The Castle Morn Rampart. There was a nomadic merchant here, but I think we bought the stuff that was useful. I think we purchased what we needed to from him. Okay, no other spots with Melina. We will just quickly check this merchant just to be sure.
Trade again.
All right, he had this Crimson Amber Medallion, which I don't think is incredibly useful to us, but also I don't know how much it boosts our HP, so maybe it is. Like, if it's a percentage scaling, it could be very useful. It's only 1,500. Let's go ahead and get it. We're probably going to get all the... Try to get all the talismans. Maybe there's even an achievement to get all the talismans. So let's test it out and see. Crimson Amber Medallion. It does boost our HP by 40. And it weighs a lot less. I mean, it's generally... It's going to be useful in every circumstance. And this is often what I'm looking for in a talisman. Is things like Erdtree's Favor that are just, you know, it's... You don't exactly... You may not know exactly how good it stacks up in particular situations versus other talismans, but you know that it's always going to be useful. There's pretty much never a situation where having more HP and more stamina is going to be bad. So the same thing applies to the Crimson Amber Medallion. Having more HP is pretty much always a good thing. It's just, in certain situations, is it better than being able to raise your attack power with successive attacks? Because we do get a pretty significant boost in attack power. And of course, we like the daggers that we've been getting a lot of use out of. I might just switch to this, though, for the moment. Because that's a, you know, 40 HP is nothing to sneeze at. It's like a 1.5 in vigor. Something like that. Okay, so now what? Let's go back. Let's go back to the Bellum Church. And then we will start making our way downward on the path that we've been before. We're very close to we're very close to wrapping up this part of Liurnia. This northern section. And then being able to say, and then we'll need to figure out where we want to go next. That is the question mark. So we just killed that knight once before. I think we actually want to go through the Bellum Church because there's actually a path below. There's a path right here. Yeah, this is how we get down. At least we can get down to the merchant, and let's start there.
You again?
Uh-huh. I'm not going to give you any trouble. Don't worry. Here is, okay, Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 13. This also, I see, Bone Great Arrow Fletched, and Bone Ballista Bolt. That's why I didn't get this one, right? I would have thought, I'm not using a great bow. I'm not using a great crossbow. I'm not using a ballista. Do we even have a ballista? I'm definitely not using one if I am. Should we just pick it up just for the heck of saying that we've got all the cookbooks? Maybe I will. It's 2k runes. Yeah, fine. Fine, we'll collect it. And then I guess we can look at the, I'm sure, amazing item description that we're going to get for these. Bone Great Arrow. You do need hefty beast bones for that. Oh god. Yeah, you want to do the great bow build? Get ready to hunt some grizzlies. Great. Great arrow is large as a spear whittled from stout animal bones. Though the tip is certainly sharp, it does not fly particularly true. That's why you got to add the fletching. And then the bone ballista bolt. Pretty much the same item description there. Okay. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and turn on our lantern. Always like to keep topped off on holy pots as well. And we'll quickly head upward, or yeah, we'll quickly head up the path here just to be sure that there was nothing this way, but it looks like, okay, downward we go. Now there is, ooh, I'm looking across and I am seeing I think I'm seeing one of the Ash of War scarabs, which we have not seen this particular kind, the one that is sort of invisible and reminiscent of a particular type of Korok seed in Breath of the Wild and probably in Tears of the Kingdom. But the question is, how do we get across there? Because I don't think, it looks like this pillar is only a one-way trip. I don't think I'm making it across from here. Not that I want to anyway. It's sort of like into another zone right now, so we can make note of it, I suppose. Maybe add a marker here. Not that, but a marker that gives us a treasure chest. Cool. And then we continue on dealing with these guys. Are these miners? Looks like it. Let's see how they like the madness. They love it. Oh, that's really overkill. We don't need that much. They have very little in the way of health. Actually, I think they were kind of resistant to the madness. Looked like it did less damage than our lightning bolt. Anything? Oops, I thought I was just gonna run up that rock with ease. Torrent was a little flummoxed by it. Okay, all right. I'm thinking that this watery area down here is one we're going to leave off limits and kind of treat it as, maybe we'll treat that as our inroad into the lake, at least from the northern end. But the lake is, oh, we got to drop down here with tombstones. The lake is an area that is going to be for much later. All right, we got another night out here, a random night. Just patrolling, and we'll see if he drops any incantations. He really takes a step forward. Oh, I'm out of magic. But we fortunately do get a break in his, I don't know if it's not a break of stance, but it's like an interrupt to his attack. Our spells do the trick. Feels good. Okay, we do get a refill on our flasks. but no special loot, which is fine. It's fine. I don't need any special loot today. I'll be fine without any special loot, Copium. Alright, I guess we are in combat with you all. And they are spewing the poison. What's the secret here against you guys? I want to go... Something tells me we can use... Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Give me the big damage. Oh, okay. It's not... we really get the big damage against, like, the octopus. We did get the bleed there. That was nice. The octopi, I should say. When you get a critical hit on them, they really take a hit. These guys... it seems like most enemies that we get a critical hit against, it's like, it's okay. You know, we break their stance, get a little bit of bonus damage, but, you know, you're not completely ending their existence in one go. But you take it. It's fine. You're stabbing them, you know. Okay, they've got some damage. If they whack you on the head, there is some lethality there. They really don't take too kindly to being, you know, stabbed in the anus. And really, who does? I could probably be helping myself out here by doing fire grease. I don't know. Like, we basically can just constantly make fire grease, so we might as well use it, right? You might as well. Now, is it better just do a whole bunch of swings? Does that get me more... Does the bleed build up faster? I think so. And then... But it does feel like we do more stance damage with the... You know, the unsheath. Still figuring out exactly what the best combinations of attacks are with our Uchigatana. It is just a fun weapon, though. Kind of no matter what you're doing. I really like the feel of the Uchigatana. And I kind of wish that I could... You know, there's part of me that wishes for the old Dark Souls infusion system, because I want to be able to switch my weapon over to a faith scaling. But I don't really want to lose the unsheath. It feels good. I don't want to lose the unsheath because this ability is so dang good. You have a strip of white flesh, huh? I probably don't get anything special for killing these guys, but I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to just... I forgot that the nickname that we gave these guys... I forgot that we were calling these guys pucker-ups. I did sort of forget that was my original nickname. Which I think is, you know, a pretty good nickname. But a nickname only sticks if you, if you actually use it. Ow. No. I just wanted to drink. Which is why I should have pressed the drink button. See, here, it might be a better idea to put on, like, the cerulean dagger instead of the medallion. Put this on and just get a little bit of, that's where the critical hits are nice. Just give us a little bit of that FP refresh. Por favor. Okay, there it is. It just took a second. And there's our bleed. All right, all right. Farming the old fucker-ups here. Now, we of course picked up the golden seed here before. And, let's check around and see if there is anything particularly interesting. What other stuff is hiding in this area where we are, I think... Ooh, some blood rose. I think we are, yeah, we are at the base of a waterfall. Which is cool. Oh, there is an ash of war. There is a scarab over here. We'll see if it has an ash of war. Okay, I completely botched that because I was trying to switch to my my sword, and then I didn't because I mashed buttons and did the wrong thing. So we're gonna have to do a reload in order to get the scarab. But let's just keep checking the area here. And now we're back. Yeah, we're back to the save point. So okay, cool. I think I'm having a little bit of trouble like getting into the play session today because other than the Knight's Cavalry, there hasn't. I have to say this has not been the most interesting play session, at least from my perspective. It may still be, you know, super fun sitting down to watch somebody else play this game because there are always little bits and pieces that little details here and there that you're waiting for them to discover or to stumble upon. We did find the extra dialogue with Melina. You know, we're piecing things together. We're making our way slowly but surely through an incredibly massive open world. And there are inevitably going to be ebbs and flows to that journey. Not everything is going to be, you know, rip-roaring, amazing action and adventure the entire 100% of the way. Barbaric Roar. Let's check that out. Barbaric Roar. We've seen this activated by many enemies. The barbarians in Limgrave, in particular, come to mind. Let loose a bestial roar to rally the spirit and increase attack power, while active strong attacks change to savage combo attacks. Very cool. Okay. So now, the only thing remaining here is this ladder going up. This ladder that leads to where? I don't know. We're going to rest and refill our... we actually don't really need a refill on flasks. But I don't see any reason not to rest. So let's do that. And we'll head up the ladder, because I don't really exactly know what we're going to find. Might need to re-enable our lantern. Where is this going to go? Lantern re-equipped, re-enabled, and we are fast climbing our way to the top. Oh, I'm hearing some... Oh! Hello there. I should have switched back Should have switched back to this. Now I'm gonna have to use this guy. It's fine. It's fine. All right, who is banging away? I hear the clanking of mining tools. Have we found a crystal tunnel? That's what it looks like. Or it's just it's a small little tunnel. Okay. Are these guys resistant to the frenzied burst? Like the guys outside were. Oh, it's one of the exploding guys. Okay. Not exactly sure if we have found a dungeon here. We found a smithing stone 4. Okay. And another one. And an explosive stone clump. But we have not found a site of grace. Usually when you're introduced to a new cave or dungeon, they're giving you a site of grace near the beginning. Although they did give us one right outside. What are we... This feels a little bit like a boss room. Although I do see these enemies to the sides, so maybe not. This is a new type of enemy, is it not? What is on your head? You are waiting to pounce, though. Man, it's a little bit reminiscent of the Abyss Watchers, isn't it? Didn't the Abyss Watchers kind of have a similar headgear? Am I tripping out? Okay. They are dispatched with rather easily. At least so far. And, okay. I'm okay with that. Green crystals. That is a little bit new. I'm not sure if we've seen green crystals just yet. Don't know if that's important or not. You've been poisoned. Congrats. You've been poisoned. I'm gonna wait to pop that bestial vitality. Well, it would have been good maybe to put poison in our magic slots, but at the same time, we can always just put it down here. And perhaps we'll make a few more of these. If they're gonna be popping poison traps on us, god damn it. My heart. We'll make like 6 of these for now. And it does it again. It does it again. That's surprising. So, if there's something... Oh, wait a second. Is it these things? I had not noticed, but there they are. Okay, they are very actually... Well, I was going to say very noticeable, but really only when you know what to look for. And, of course, our lantern goes away when we go into telescope mode. All right, I think we know what to avoid now. The only question is, will we see it in time? Vulgar Militia Gauntlets. Gauntlets worn by lean, mean, and filthy militiamen. They're lean, they're mean, they're filthy. Freshly singed battlegrounds, effusing with the stench of the dead, forbidden lands that will be excised from the memory of history. This is where the vulgar militia serve, as untiring, unsung watchkeepers. Vulgar militia. And I'm glad that we actually got a little bit of a lore blurb for once. Feels like the clothing is too often skimping on the lore. Okay, let's try to make our way around the poison. And... I instinctively reached for L1 in order to guard. Because I noticed the guy at the last second At the last second, I noticed him behind the barrel. And then I panicked and went for my spell because, of course, I'm not using a shield. And those instances are where it is going to bite me. Bestial Vitality, activate. And, yeah, I just, I was so, I started thinking about, we're heading down an elevator into a new set of tunnels, right? So maybe they'll give us a Site of Grace down there. And I was just thinking ahead enough to where I was not paying attention to the ambush. Oh, we're going up. Well, they even threw another change of pace on me here. That makes so much sense that we're going up because we climbed ladders to get into here. So, oh my god, where in the world are we going here? Ravine Veiled Village. There was an entire structure outside, though, that had all the scaffolding around it that we were climbing up, so I guess this is not too surprising. We're gonna get our torch out. And we're gonna head back down the elevator to try to be thorough here. And, because I was looking at the other side. And, I want to make sure I'm not missing any secrets if I can help it. If I can help it. Oh, there it is. I see you. I see you. I found the secret. So, how do we do this? Like that. Haha. A smithing stone 5. Okay. So, who knows? This might be a little bit out of our... If we're getting 4s and 5s. Don't know if this is going to be out of our... I was going to say out of our price range. Out of our experience range. Out of our level range. But we'll see. We'll see exactly how this turns out. And I will look one more time at the other side here, but I think that's what we were looking at on the way up. So... nothing to see. Alright, cool. So where are we exactly? I don't think we've gotten a title card just yet. I feel like I hear a scarab. Lightning bolts are doing the trick. But if we are going into a... I mean, we haven't gotten a title card yet. So I don't know if we're in, like, a normal sort of dungeon. I really feel like I'm hearing the scarab. Oop, I almost forgot about looking for poison mines. Luckily, there were none in this case, but we gotta keep our eyes peeled for those. Somewhere here, I think there is a scarab. Somewhere around here. Oh, I see another guy hiding behind. Let's get you. And then we will turn our attention to you. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to hit you here with, Can we actually... We can't do the thing like we could in DS2, can we? Ooh, well... I don't quite know if that was exactly... All of a sudden, these guys are... They're actually making me think of the... Who were the little bandit guys in, the guys that were... Grey Rat was one of these. What were they called? They're very small, So, and they kind of made a similar noise. All right. Oh, I see all sorts of poison mines on the way to this piece of loot. So we're going to try to hug the wall here to the left. And go around those. And get some lightning grease. We do have a few batches of lightning grease now, which could be useful if lightning is the effective tool to be utilizing against miners. We know that fire also works. I just don't have any fire currently equipped. Oh, what's going on with the sun here? Oh my gosh. Wow. That's unique. We've never quite been, like, most of these caves and tunnels that we've been in before have been significantly underground. This is the first one where the structure is kind of going upwards, and so I guess it makes sense that there would be a crack that goes out to the sunlight outside. I'm really still trying to figure out where is this scarab? It's got to be around the corner here, right? There it is. It looked like that guy was going to attack me. He turned around like he was going to attack. Ruin-Strewn Precipice. That was, I think, a well-timed roll. I don't know that I had planned that to go that way, but it turned out to be a perfectly timed roll. So, in fact, we do have a passageway leading outside, and there is a site of grace. Huh. Not what I was expecting. Let's grab the site of grace. There is an elevator here. Huh. Ruin-Strewn Precipice. And here's our waterfall once again. Maybe we are going to be able to navigate to the waterfall, because I do see some more scaffolding up there. So maybe the waterfall will be a navigable area. So this looks like at least one way for us to make our way to this zone to the north. Ruin-Strewn Precipice. Huh. So it's got its own unique icon on the map. Churches, towers. There are river wells, study halls, Everjails. There's all these little ruins, all these different unique icons. But this is, oh, we also had the Frenzied Flame Village. This is the first one that we've seen like this. Okay, let's get the, I'm not going to ride this elevator right now. My OCD will activate this summoning pool that we never need to use. Let's get this item over here. I have activated the the site of grace. This is a bit of a sus piece of loot, though. Soft cotton. Okay. I thought back to that part of Stormvale Castle where the ledge gave way. Not in this case. Okay. We have another kind of another way forward into a new zone. Several, I wouldn't necessarily call them branching paths, but just like footholds that get us into a new area. Several of these to think about. Little smithing stone stash. That feels nice to pick up. And a couple dudes just chilling here. With another dude just chilling on the side. Waiting. Waiting. Just fucking waiting. So try to get the jump on us. This is the little makeshift chapel area. I had a feeling there was one more of you somewhere. Oh, you've got like oh, you're not done. You are not done. You were wielding some sort of flail or I don't know exactly what it was, but you had ill intent. A rune arc. A rune arc, and we once again have our handless statue, but this time there is a little plant that somebody is taking care of, because it doesn't appear to be dead. So somebody is watering it, at least, you know. Who knows how often it needs to be. Considering the circumstances here, it doesn't seem like it is going to. It's probably one of those that'll last a while without water. Is that it? Did we already reach the end of the road? Okay, so it really wasn't a dungeon so much as it was like a, I don't know, a transition to a new area, which is cool. We got some smithing stones in the process, a little bit of runes, and a new type of trap that we need to be wary of. The poison, boy, it feels like they would inflict more than just poison on you, because they were very, very sharp. Feels like you'd stub your toe at least a little bit of HP that you'd incur. All right, so well, we've checked that off the list for now. Then I think that officially, let's rest and see if there's any dialogue from Melina. No dialogue. I think that is actually, though, the end of the line. We have now pretty much fully explored Liurnia East. I don't know that there are any... Obviously, there are some open mysteries, like the converted Fringe Tower, that I really have no idea about. I'm not going to go back there right this moment. But I think we have... That is at least a first pass through Liurnia East. Perhaps some backtracking to do during nighttime. That might be in order. Man, this so massive. We could go to the Lakeside Crystal Cave, and maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe that is how we will, because the other options at this point are to begin in either the Mistwood, I think, or to begin more thoroughly down in the Weeping Peninsula, or to go for the other part of Liurnia here. And I'm a little bit undecided on that at the moment. I think, based on the fact that the menu actually treats sites like Third Church America as part of Limgrave, if you were going to assign progression, some sort of progression from a developer's intended standpoint, the fact that these waypoints are put together in the same part of the menu suggests that they should maybe be explored simultaneously, which we have deviated from. It's an open world game. You get to do your own order. What are we going to do for now, then? What are we going to do for now? Why don't we head to the Lakeside Crystal Cave? Because at the very least, if I remember correctly, there was a chest here that we never opened, because I was immediately sus. I was like, I am not going to be opening a potential trap here at the moment, but I guess I feel a little more frisky in this instant, even with my 11, almost 12k runes. Surely this would not be a trap directly at the beginning of a dungeon. An arterial leaf, cool. All right, is this already activated? It was not. Summoning Fool, now functional. Completely useless to us, but it is nevertheless functional. Oh boy, oh, I did not realize there are some drop downs. Maybe we should level up. It's only gonna take like 5k. So let me go ahead and I'm just gonna head back to the hold and potentially buy some stuff. I want to look through the vendors at the hold really quickly here, but I think inevitably we're going to level up. So give me just a minute while I think over how I'm going to spend my runes.
Always good to see you safe. So, what do you need?
I need you to not infest me with flies or whatever the hell is Oh! We can give him the black Knifeprint. I see. We maybe need to be doing NPC sweeps more often than I had been thinking of. Because there are little things like this, and also the little blurb with Merchant Kale that we are unlocking. And there's also these interactions with Melina that we've been missing at certain sites of grace. So we need to be a little more thorough. Which I, you know, I am definitely not against. You're not going to get much of an argument out of me. It's just another thing that you got to do in a game that already has so much ground to cover. Let's give the black Knifeprint, I think. Why don't we first read that again, because it has been a little bit. I don't remember exactly what was the dialogue, or not dialogue, but the description on this. On the night of the Black Knives, someone stole a fragment of death from Malekith the Black Blade and imbued its power into the assassin's daggers. This mark is evidence of the ritual and hides the truth of the conspiracy. It really does make sense, I guess, that Rogier would have something to do with this, because he definitely had dialogue that was pretty significant, and it was kind of revealing the fact. I think he was the first one who we heard the name Malekith from, and he had filled us in on the fact that Malekith had part of the Rune of Death stolen from him. Okay, let's give it to him and see what he has to say.
This is a black Knifeprint. I can scarcely believe you managed to get your hands on this. You recall our conversation about the Night of the Black Knives, yes? They say the assassins who carried out the deed were scions of the Eternal City. A group entirely of women, arrayed in armor of silver under cloaks which fooled the eye. The knives they wielded, though, were imparted with the power of the Rune of Death through sinister rite. Please, I beg of you, lend me the Knifeprint for a time. I'd love nothing more than to tease out its secrets. Though only a fragment, a very specific ritual had to be performed to impart the power of the Rune of Death. Traces of the one who performed the rite are sure to remain in the imprint. Half my body has been suffused with death. I'm certain it will help me see.
Handed over the black Knifeprint. Huh. So, even though you are confined to this chair, and there is who knows what funky stuff we would find if we were to look under your little comforter there. Suffused with death, and it will help him see. So the Black Knife assassins are made entirely of women? Is that what he said? And then there was a special ritual used that enhanced their weapons with, or infused their weapons with death in some way. I'll have to review that dialogue, as I always do. And I'm wondering if we can just maybe come straight back to him.
Oh.
And maybe progress whatever interaction there is to be. Let's see what happens if we just rest here. If we rest and head directly back, would it be as simple as that?
Ah, hello. I was hoping to see you. My examination is complete. Here's the Knifeprint.
Cool.
With my thanks.
Oh, dude, the thanks is all mine. So, did it say black Knifeprint before?
Now I have a fairly good idea who performed the rite upon the blade. The person who orchestrated the Night of the Black Knives. Lunar Princess Rani. One of the children born to King Consort Radigan and his first wife, Renala. Demigod and sister to General Radahn and Praetor Rykard. Hers was the name I discovered in the imprint. Truly, you have my thanks. But if I might be so bold, I would like to ask something more of you. If Rani truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh. I would like you to procure it for me. And then all will be laid bare. I will have the answers I've sought for so long.
Whoa, oh my god. Sometimes the exposition from a character can be so dense with details, because it felt like I was in the middle of digesting the fact that, oh, there is a demigod who was the child of Radagon and Renala, which I've already kind of forgotten. Rennie or Ranny? I'm going to review this in just a second. But then he also said something about Radon and Rykard and them being siblings? What the fuck? I need to check this dialogue again. Let's see what Ronnie's whereabouts. What does that add?
I have some idea of Rani's potential whereabouts. There's a manor to the north of the Academy of Rea Lucaria. It is the familial home of the Carian royals, from whom Rani descends. There's been talk of the old royals' vassals gathering there in recent years. Rani's whereabouts since the shattering are a well-kept secret. She hasn't been seen even once, but I suspect she might have returned to the manor in which she was born.
Huh. So it sounds like she's not inside Rea Lucaria, which is where I initially was thinking she would be, since we know that Renala is not a demigod and the rune that she possesses is like inside of an egg. It sounded like maybe Rani was going to be the one that we would have to fight, the demigod that we would fight inside Rea Lucaria, but maybe not. Maybe that is in the other zone that is to the north. So this is going to just repeat.
If Lunar Princess Rani truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Would you be willing to procure it for me? She may have returned to the manor that is her home, the royal Carian residence to the north of the Academy of Rea Lucaria.
I see. So that is the other bit of the curse mark of destined death. Let's ask, why do you want such a curse mark? What would you... Is it going to help your situation here? Your bedridden, chair-ridden situation?
I'm afraid there's something I must tell you.
Uh-oh.
Do you know of those who live in death? The very notion of life in death defies the Golden Order. By Dee's account, these defiled fiends must be expunged. But truth be told, I seek the curse mark to save them.
Uh-oh.
You may find this peculiar, but I discovered something in my examination of the Night of the Black Knives. These souls have committed no offense. They have every right to life, only they happen to touch upon a flaw in the Order.
A flaw in the Order? Huh. So we're introducing a bit of a moral conflict here into the situation, which is fun. Dee has his sort of pure, unrelenting, ideological view of the world. Those who live in death, no mercy, complete evil must be expunged at every turn. Rogier, on the other hand, he is finding some redemptive qualities, or maybe even is completely somehow exonerating those who live in death as doing no wrong. Because there was a flaw in the Order? Don't say that around D. I do not. He's already skeptical of you and your situation here. I don't want to know what would happen if he learned of those views. But I guess there is some more information you've got about him?
Yes, indeed. If D knew what drives me now, he would surely boil over with rage.
Yup.
Or perhaps he would even feel some pity. But no need to fret. None of that will come to pass. I can tell a good lie when I need to.
Oh god. Oh boy, I see. Interesting. Okay. That is a lot of information there to digest. I am going to very quickly also review the bit about Radon and Rykard. Let me check my footage here. Okay, he did in fact say demigod and sister to General Radon and Praetor Rykard. That is absolutely incredible, I think, because I don't know that we had known of any familial link between those two before. We've gotten, let's check, I'm going to go to my notes here, and I'm going to look at Sir Gideon's dialogue, because he's expounded upon both of those figures before. General Radon, the famed Red Lion and Scourge of the Stars, is a ferocious warrior. He fought Malenia and her wrought to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. I've heard survivors of Radon's army are still in the wilds. I suspect Radon is still there. And then he says, and then he talks about Praetor Rykard and being the Lord of the Volcano Manor on Mount Gelmir. But there was never any mention about them being tied. Like, if Princess Rani is indeed their sister, does that make them brothers? Wouldn't they have to be, at least in some regard? Huh. Okay, we're getting all sorts of... all of a sudden, you never know exactly when Elden Ring is just gonna, you know, absolutely fill you in on some juicy lore, which is why we gotta keep checking in with the folks here at the Hole. We gotta keep checking in with the NPCs all over the place. So what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was gonna check and see if I wanted to spend my runes anywhere else here. We could do some spirit tuning. I think I want to just level up though. I think we're just gonna do that, and maybe I will do a little bit more of a thorough NPC sweep at a later date. But for now, we are going to sell. Oh, I needed to check what. Let's check the status here. I need to get to 16,879, so I need just a little over 5K, which is we'll see how easy that is for us to get here. Let's go ahead and sell our runes down here. I think these are the same. Yeah, this is the same text that we've seen before. So 1,600, and then we're close with that, and I think this is probably good enough. There we go. There we go. Okay. No need to get too exact. But let's level up. Let's get some more vigor, shall we? We have a +5 flask that we need to take advantage of. Maybe I'm too fixated on that, but hey, we're only at 20. We're only at 20 vigor. We're still getting a significant boost each time we level in that, and hit points are good. Hit points are a good thing. Anybody else that we would want to possibly... I mean, we could go back to check with Gideon. Now that we know that there are some family ties among the folks who he's talked about before, would he have anything different if we tried to ask him about Radahn?
Radahn, the famed Red Lion.
No.
He fought Malenia and by my reckoning, Radahn. No.
Okay, so that's all the same.
Praetor Rykard, he is a ruthless just volcano. Mount Gelmir. It was the stage of the Rykard has come.
All right, all right. Okay. So then, we have... Well, let's check with D, actually.
Hello
if anybody would have an update, it might be him. But then again, the stuff we've been talking about with Rogier, probably not a good idea to fill in D. We'll just, we'll keep you on a need-to-know basis. Seems like a good idea. Nothing new from you. Okay, all right, let's go back. Now that we have freed our burden, we are rune-free, carefree. Time to head into an actual cave, an actual dungeon, a crystal cave, in fact. Listen to those lovely sounds just waiting for us here in a crystal cave. We're gonna reattune our spells just a little bit. I've been liking the Frenzied Burst. It's cool. It is expensive. And if we're going into a cave, I think we want to try to give ourselves a bit more efficiency. In terms of FP, so I think I want to have a fire spell. The only question is, which one? Which one? Maybe the Catch Flame is how we go. So we have something that is quick. Something that is a quick cast, and we're gonna go, I think we're actually gonna go 3-5. We'll try to get that extra mileage out of our Bestial Vitality and our spells. And that's how we will try to navigate through here. I'm gonna quickly check to see, we'll make a little bit more fire grease. We've got plenty of mats to make fire grease with, so that is an option for us. And then we will Oh, demi-humans. That's who we're dealing with here. Oh, there was somebody. I didn't realize. I didn't realize you were coming out of the ground. Oh, I do love when we get the splash damage from the lightning spear. That is sweet. I do love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there is actually a. We still have the torch here, and that is actually going to be pretty useful. The lantern is nice, but when you're going into the deep dark caves, you got to have at least a little bit of extra light sometimes. Anything up here? Yes. Lots of friends up here. Lots of friends who are staying oblivious to the murder of their friends nearby. Glass shard and ruin fragment and 3 hefty beast bones. There you go. They're trying to tempt us a little bit to think about that the great bow life. I don't have to be tempted to think about the torch life. Torch is life. Now, okay, so we did see when we came in that there are ledges to drop down here. Let's not drop down just yet. Let's try to finish the exploring here. Exploring of this area. The red eyes are nice. They help kind of give you guys away. The red eyes in the dark are a nice giveaway. Oi! Oh, just a demi-human chief. No big deal. A red-eyed demi-human chief. I'm gonna have to drink here pretty soon. No big deal. You guys are still a little bit of a handful. Especially with the red eyes. I mean, I actually don't know for sure what the red eyes does. I'm just assuming that they are stronger. That they are more of a handful. Who else? Who else in here? Who else can I get a camera lock on to give away your position? I think there's got to be somebody behind these. Oh, yep. There was somebody behind the boxes. Cool. Budding cave moss. We have picked that up before. And I think there are some fireflies here. There we go. Okay, all right. All right. Spear talisman. Enhances counterattacks unique to thrusting weapons. Interesting. Talisman depicting a spear and a soldier. Spears are standard weapons for soldiers in the lands between. They made it possible to respond to a ferocious foe with an equally ferocious counterattack. We have sort of drifted away from the spear that we took from patches. That +7 spear. We've been focusing more on the Uchi and the miracles or the incantations. Depends on just how much your counterattacks get boosted by that, but it may be worth playing around with. Okay, so we came in there, I think, and I think that's the end of the line. Let's just make sure. Nothing else back in the corner here, but I think we're good. I think we are good. All right. So now we are dropping down, I think. Because I think that is all on this level. The only way to go is down. Oh yeah. There is definitely some stuff to find down. So let's see. I don't know if we'll need that soft cotton that we picked up a little while ago. But looks like we'll be fine. The only question is, are we falling into an ambush at some point? Crystal cave moss. Have we picked that up before? I think so. I think we've definitely picked that up before. Yeah, we got plenty of that. Plenty of crystal cave moss. Not hearing any enemies at the moment. There are some big old crystals down here, though. Purple crystals? Have we seen purple crystals yet? Probably. Oh, what am I looking at? It's a little difficult for you. Maybe you all there. That's... Oh my god, it is a crystal snail. Okay. How tough are these guys? Are they weak to lightning? Not tough. Don't know if they're weak to lightning. We need to do a little bit more experimenting, but they don't. They go down in one hit, which is good. We like that. Man, I really... This is a place where we've got to have the torch. There's another one over there. That chair. That chair. Why did it have to get in the way? Why, oh why? I'm a little worried about this floor. This wooden floor giving way. Or who knows what the hell other traps are waiting for us. Throwing dagger. 5 throwing daggers, you say? That is just a little cubby hole. Nothing there. Can we pick up this purple stuff? No. Crystal caves. Crystal caves. Are we going to, at any point in these crystal caves, are we going to have... These things are all moving. There are so many of these things. Okay, do I need to use lightning bolts, or can I actually use catch flame? Catch flame is good. Oh, look, here they come. Here they come. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, hold on. It might have been a bad idea to steer away from using lightning bolts. That might have been a bad move. Oh boy. These guys, actually, I got that one. I got that one because I got him in one shot because he was unaware, right? The old, like, when the enemy doesn't know you're there, you get to get the drop on them. And we're out. Let's see how our sword does. I actually haven't tried the sword yet. Okay, the sword is actually all right. So they're not maybe quite as damage resistant to the sword as the miners tend to be. But that was fun. That was a fun little excursion. Crystal snails. That was a very Seath-like attack. The breath with the crystals on the ground, very, very reminiscent of Seath. Fortunately, it didn't seem like it was cursing us. I don't know what the equivalent to curse is in this game. Death, perhaps? But we have made it down to this ledge. Now what? Now where are we going? Oh boy. Farther down is where we're going. And some more soft cotton. Do we have to use the soft cotton here? They're giving it to us if we need it. Oh my god, what are we dropping into? Is this going straight into the boss fight? There are 3 item pickups, which is always sus as hell. Okay. Our lantern is on. We have our catch flame. We have holy water pots as well. That is another form of, like, it's elemental damage that's very cheap in the FP front. So even if we're not using it against skeletons per se, it's still a nice form of damage if you have to employ some non-physical damage. So it's good to have that on the bar. Let's remember that as we plunge to our death. Oh, what is going on here? It feels like Seath is going to come around the corner any second. Smithing stone 4. Smithing stone 2. Okay. Bring it on. And a lump of flesh. We have not been attacked yet. I'm actually shocked. It's gonna happen any second now. Aha, I see the snails over there. Okay, we'll go with lightning bolt. We still have a couple of the cerulean flasks. So let's use a little bit of our long distance. Although we might be able to get the drop on this one. No. The 2 catch flames is actually more expensive than 1 lightning spear, so it's better to use the lightning spear. My efficiency brain always at work, even when maybe it doesn't need to be. Gosh, one of these has to be a boss room, right? It has to be. Yep, Bloodhound Knight. Oh my god. A Bloodhound Knight. Yo. It's been a while since we... Okay, please. I'm blocking. That's the problem here. I'm blocking. Shit. God damn it. Okay, we don't have a lot of runes on the line, so that's the good thing. But I was instinctively blocking with a talisman in my left hand. That's a great move. Just brilliant. Okay. That shouldn't be too bad to get back to you, but I think Catch Flame and Katana is going to be a much better idea. Now that we know where the boss is, and now that we are making a beeline for the boss, let's reapportion flasks. Because now we don't really want to be leaning on Bestial Vitality as much. 6-2 feels good. Mini bosses, 6-2 feels about right. So let's see if we can run back. Did not expect that guy to jump out. Forgot to re-enable my lantern. I'm hoping the guys from above don't follow me down. Kind of counting on that. So once we are down here, we can't go straight down, unfortunately, can we? Would be nice, but I don't know that. I think that's got to be a lethal fall. All right, but we can go running through. The question is, where are we running to? Okay. Just had to remember for a second where that was at. We run past these guys. Oh, actually, they don't aggro if you don't bug them. At least not until you are well past. And then we fall down to the left. Okay, so it's a little bit of a complicated run back. I would not have expected a Bloodhound Knight, though, to be the boss at the end of this place. That feels a bit random. We'll see if we can get our runes back here, but we're not gonna. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty good. Lightning bolts are good, actually. I'm rolling too soon. His when he transports up in your face, you feel like you need to roll immediately, but of course they're taking advantage of your instinct to do that. One more. One more, please. Let's go. Okay. Not too bad. Oh. Oh. A Cerulean Amber Medallion. That's kind of cool. We get 3,600 runes for beating that boss. It makes me wonder if I should be trying to pop the gold pickled fowl feet. Don't know. Don't know. Probably not that big a deal. I think I'm saving those for big bosses. But let's check out our new talisman. It raises maximum FP by 8. Not bad. I like that. We're getting some good all-purpose talismans, which is good. It's the same exact description as the Crimson one. Just a slight different artwork there. There's like a flower in the middle on this one compared to like a teardrop. The Erd Tree's old sap. Primordial life energy resides inside. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. What else we got around here? There is a path leading out. Okay, because I did immediately notice that there's no warp back to the beginning of the cave. It does now allow us to warp out if we so choose. But hell no. We are pushing forward because what else are we going to find? A Site of Grace. And a title card? Oh shit. Whoa. Who are you? Oh my goodness. Immediate thoughts go to Sif. My gosh. Oh, and the chain helm is also reminiscent of, was it Cirrus? Cirrus and Sif? Okay, let's grab the Site of Grace and then we will talk. I see an item up there as well. The Slumbering Wolf's Shack. He did look well, let's not go misgendering anybody here, but the wolf looked like, I don't know, it looked like it's hurt, but maybe it's just slumbering. Let's talk and find out. It feels like it's not doing so well.
Foul tarnished. What do you want?
Excuse me?
I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
Whoa, she is not happy to see us. Have you come to take my other half? I have no such medallion? What?
I told the all-hearing brute already that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
Who is the all-hearing brute?
I told the all that I possess. Or have you come? Was my other half?
Like, I'm thinking, she said foul tarnished. So I was wondering for a second if somebody from the hold, one of the other tarnished from the round table, the all-hearing brute. Don't know who that is right now. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I thought at first maybe Dialos, if you're Liurnia. Not sure if that makes any sense. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate that she is just automatically pissed at us. What did I do? What did I ever do to you? Is this a stone sword key? A rune arc. Okay. I thought stone sword key because I think we found a stone sword key up on like a little set of stairs at the, was it the Stormhill Shack? Way back in, gosh, was it episode 1? Maybe 2. The Stormhill Shack. A long time ago now. But another shack, nonetheless. I don't think we still did not really get a title card, did we? We are at the other side, though. I guess we're just still in Liurnia. Maybe there's no... I always forget. The map spoilers. And NPC names. Latenna, the Albinauric. Yo. We need Albinaurics in order to make a certain type of urn, don't we? Nothing personal, lady, but I need your, I need an Albinauric blood clot. So, we're gonna have to duel to the death. You're already pissed at me anyways. So, on guard. No, I'm just kidding. Latenna, the Albinauric. So that is an Albinauric. She did look like... I feel like there's a tie-in or there's an etymological tie-in to albino. That's kind of where my brain went when I heard Albinauric. I was thinking, oh, they sound like they're probably more pale skin. And also the artwork. The artwork on the Albinauric pot is just pale. As well as the blood clot. Why are you here? Why is the wolf slumbering? What is the story? I need more info. Let's rest. There's nowhere else to go here, right? I'm just making sure that I'm not missing anything, but I think this is the end. This is just a curious little outcropping at the end of a cave. But surely there is more significance to this character. Let's rest and see if somehow something progresses immediately. I have a feeling no.
I told the all-hearing
brute.
Or have you come
No
to
such
take more
medallion.
from me? Was my other half not?
Who or what was your other half? And also we need to get you some shoes. Huh. Maybe that's what... Maybe the all-hearing brute took her shoes. Okay. Okay. Just trying to think what we would do next. But I think that is probably a good place for us to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. Because from here, we're going to be starting a new, essentially a new zone, or a new map at least. And I think that might be what we do next time. I think, based on the fact that this, the Sites of Grace menu suggests that these Mistwood warp points are supposed to be thought of as Limgrave. So maybe that's what we will do. But I also am curious, like part of me is also torn or interested in exploring the Weeping Peninsula because we're trying to find a blind maiden, correct? We need to find a blind maiden, and I'm wondering if Irina... That's got to be our blind maiden, right? Although, where is she now? Has she moved? If we go back to the... Let's quickly check. We're just going to do this one little check here before we wrap up. But I think... Who else would the blind maiden be if it's not her? Except she's gone. No. No! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. No. What? Oh, wait a second, though. Well, okay. So, Irina... Rip Irina. Rip Irina. But there's a huge fucking cleaver sword here. So, it looks like one of the barbarians did her in. We need to examine. Examine. Oh, shit. Spoiler alert for DS1. Just in case. I sort of assume, if you're watching this playthrough, that, you know, because I played the games in their release order. I guess I didn't play Demon's Souls. But otherwise, I'm assuming that I'm just talking about these games that I played before, because that's what I know. And whenever I have, you know, whenever I have checked out somebody else's playthrough, like when I first played DS1 and I was like, oh, I want to go watch somebody else play DS1, I quickly learned that nobody plays these games in the same order. And so the person playing DS1 might have also played DS3 before that, or might have played Elden Ring before that. And so I quickly had to learn, well, you know, I can't just watch anybody who's playing the game I'm playing right now, because maybe they'll spoil something else. So I'm not really super mindful. If you're here, I'm kind of assuming that you're okay with dialogue and just talking about other games. And if you have not played the other games, then you should probably, if you're sensitive to spoilers, you should save this playthrough for later. DS1 spoiler alert. Oh boy, we are right back with Anastasia? Except at least we got to talk to Irina first. But now, the description has been slightly upgraded. It's not just dead. She's dead. I thought for a second that we might be able to, like, give her the Shabriri grape and, like, bring her back to life or send her to the afterlife. Because this item is 1 of 99 as opposed to the fingerprint grape, which we noted last time is a one of a kind from Lord Vike. But I had been thinking about the Shabriri grapes and wondering if they were going to be like Deathroot. That this was just going to be another item that we pick up from time to time and we need to turn in with some NPC, the Blind Maiden. Who the hell is that? No idea. But similar to the Beast Clergyman, we would turn in Shabriri grapes and maybe get some cool stuff. And I was hoping that might be Irina. I hope I didn't screw things up. I hope I did not neglect her quest line. The fact that we came through here, we got the letter, which we should check. I don't know that, have we actually fully read this letter? Addressed to the commander of Castle Morn. Gorgeous silken handkerchief, lightly stained with blood. Words can be made out within. What are those words? How come we can't read those words? Well, that is where we're going to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring, folks. And I have a little bit of thinking to do then in terms of where we're going to head next. But I've already kind of explained what my idea is, and it's going to be one of two places. Either the Weeping Peninsula or, more likely, the Mistwood area. And who knows, maybe a bit of both. Dude, we've also got these river wells and the freaking underground to check out as well. Oh, I love it. I love it. We're going to do something next time, and it's going to be so much fun. And you all are going to be here for it, which I'm having a blast sharing it with you. Look at that Erd tree. One of these days we'll make it to the Erd tree. Maybe. Probably. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.